What's up, everyone? It's another day of biker news here. We're going to be covering this story. Kemp man, actually, he was the former now national president of the ugly Man Cossacks. He was convicted earlier this year for saying, hey, go do this or give an order or something like that, is what they were saying. So we got that coming up. Also, we got this interesting story coming out of the Gulf, and it has to do with Harley-Davidson in Dubai. I heard it's pretty good out there, man. I heard it's fun, if you know what I mean. So those are the stories that we got coming up right now. We'll be right back after this, baby.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
All right, man, we're going to go to this story right now. KLTV, it says it's your Texas news leader. Hey, we're the leader in biker news. We can give you that one. Anyway, Kemp man convicted of leading gang that murdered biker tries for a new trial. You know what? I know they got like 30 days to put up a notice of appeal, whatever that is. I don't think this is going to go good for them, man. You know, Texas, man, they're crazy down there when it comes to their law and order. So we'll see. Wednesday in Tyler, a new defense attorney for the former national president of the motorcycle club requested a new trial for his client. Yeah, fire the old one. Let's get a new one, see what he can do. In January, Dale Higgins, 58, 58 years old, man, and he was sentenced to life in prison. I wish I could get an interview with the guy and say, you know what, you're 58 years old, you probably have grandchildren out there. Was this all worth it? Was it worth putting your freedom on the line to go sit in prison for the rest of your life over some stupid stuff where you gave orders to hit on sight or whatever you want to call them, and you had people that ratted on you, turned on you? Not much of a brotherhood, is it, right there, man? They always turn. They always do. And that's something I can discuss later on if I remember, but I don't know, man. 58 now, I don't know. That's sad stuff here. It's sad because somebody lost their life to nonsense, and now you're doing life in prison. It don't make sense. For his role as the national president of the Ugly Man Cossacks gang. Yes, everybody's the motorcycle club. I get the argument, I really do, but it's hard to argue that when they're out there shooting people. Prosecutor linked him to a string of criminal activities, including the 2022 murder of Brandon Edwards of ARP, who was a member of a rival gang. Yes. And by the way, man, because you know what? You guys are getting annoying again. You new ones that are just got to the channel. I cannot change any wording in these articles if I am to use them. Fair use, I have to keep it as written. So get off my nuts. On Wednesday, Higgins' new attorney, Brant Thorson, presented a motion for a new trial in Judge Austin Reeves' Jackson Court, citing alleged shortcomings by Higgins' former attorney, Eric Plannon. His deficiency is so significant it meets a standard for a new trial. Now, I do know the first time around, the jury was actually a hung jury, and then it came out where he got convicted again. The most prominent issue brought to the court's attention was a discovery error that occurred involving Higgins' wife. Miracle Higgins took the stand and told attorneys that she visited Platin's office before the trial. There, she said she copied discovery from the trial onto a personal hard drive. Platten did not deny these allegations. He said he was out of the town when Miss Higgins visited his office and took responsibility. Allegedly, he did not make the court aware of this situation. Interesting. Platten said that he discussed making her an expert witness. I was working with Miss Higgins with discovery, said Platten. Jackson ended his line of questioning after that statement, and Higgins himself took the stand. He said he was trying to hire a new lawyer in between his first and second, but time ran out as he was trying to sell land and raise money. Higgins' first trial resulted in a hung jury. I wonder if they polled the jurors and asked why they hung that jury. I haven't seen anything as far as how many voted for not guilty on this one. Higgins and his wife both expressed frustration with Platten. Higgins said he never read any police reports. It was a hustle to get the witnesses we did, said Higgins. Prosecutors for the state argue Higgins had ample opportunity to cross-examine witnesses during both of his trials. Jackson said he will be making ruling in a couple of days. Now, getting a trial for a new trial after it's going to be hard, man. I hope he can get a new trial. It sounds like his lawyer was a schmuck, and there might be a lot of issues that are raised for him to get a new one. Again, there has to be some kind of doubt here because his first jury was hung. But again, there was witnesses that testified against him, his old so-called brothers, which this always happens in these cases. So I think the lesson to be learned here, kids, is don't go do dirt with people in your motorcycle club, because more than likely somebody's going to rat on you. And you know what? Then you got to say to yourself, what did I make out of this deal? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go to golf business here. Big on bikes. Harley-Davidson's Paul O'Callaghan on community customization and the health. And this is the general manager of Harley-Davidson in Dubai. And he discusses the brand's evolution in the region. Now, Dubai, they rich out there. Okay. Everybody there rich. Okay. I actually would like to go visit Dubai, man. I hear it's just great out there. The growing diversity of riders and the company's latest initiative. And we're looking at the Dubai, what's it called? Dealership out there. It's kind of funny, man. It's not like a Disneyland like they have over here in the United States. Harley-Davidson is more than a motorcycle brand. It is a culture, a lifestyle, and for many, a lifelong passion. Well, it used to be that way. Now it's just how big bad I look. It's not something that a lot of these people really live every day. A lot of us are defined by this, while others just try to fake it to make it. In UAE, this legendary marquee has built a thriving community of riders. Good for him, man. Bound by adventure and camaraderie. Speaking of the golf business, Paul O'Callaghan, general manager of Harley-Davidson in Dubai, discusses the brand's evolution in the region, the growing diversity of riders, and the company's latest initiative, Midlife. Oh my God, check. A health campaign encouraging bikers to prioritize their well-being as much as their machines. That's awesome. Cool. You know why they're targeting the midlifers, right? Because that's their biggest client base is, the midlife crisis type of deal. So yeah, they're gonna, hey man, how's your ticker doing? Hey, did you have this done or that done? Hey, we want to make sure you're healthy, so you to buy another $800,000 bike from us. Harley Davidson has a strong community spirit, which it does. I can't take that away from it. What fosters this deep sense of camaraderie around riders? They send to social classes, which, you know what? Yeah, it's about motorcycling, man. You'd have the richest person in the world love motorcycling, and then you'd have the poorest one as well that loves it. So it does transcend social classes. And, he goes on to say the moment someone puts on their helmet and jumps on the bike, whether it's an old or new Harley, old Harleys rock, by the way, the passion for riding unites them. And there's a shared enthusiasm that creates a brotherhood and sisterhood. I don't like when they use that crap. That makes Harley Davidson more than just a brand. It's a way of life. And I do totally agree with that. It is a way of life. At least it used to be. And I think you see a lot of people complaining all the time because they got in it decades ago and it was a lot different than it is now. And hopefully the younger generation can bring it back that way. Honor and loyalty actually meant something back then. Now, not so much. It actually meant something to working your ass off to buy a brand new Harley Davidson, where nowadays the prices are so damn high, you cannot buy a new one. Anyway, let me know what you guys and gals think in the comment section, man. Don't forget, and yeah, I'll be talking about this, man, because I put a lot of work into this. Power and Betrayal is coming out April 8th. I know you to pre-order right now the Kindle version, but we're going to have also the hard copy audio book and the paperback. You to go over to Insane Throttle BikerNews.com. That's my new website. Where it talks about the books, it talks about everything I got going on. You can even order a signed copy of Brotherhood and Betrayal right now. You will be able to as well with Power and Betrayal. Anyway, you all have a good one. Rock on, baby. The streets raised me. Gangsters, motorcycle clubs, a life of power and betrayal. I rode with brothers, fought for respect, but death and prison were the price. Power and betrayal is my raw truth. Risks that cost lives. Freedom stolen behind bars, and I survived to tell it. Power and Betrayal, available on Amazon or any other online book retailer. Ride the real story. Rock on. Join the insanity by becoming a member of the Insane Throttle Club. Get hundreds of members-only videos and hundreds of hours of members-only content. We have 3 affordable levels: Hang Around, Prospect, and Full Patch. Each level helps support each channel and all of our biker content. Get content of interviews with the who's who in the motorcycle and biker lifestyle scene. Subscribe on the Insane Throttle YouTube channel now and get access to the members only today and become part of the insanity.
It's an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.
Rise and ride with the Madhouse Show, the #1 motorcycle, lifestyle, and biker podcast, tearing up Spotify and beyond. We're tackling biker issues, road battles, the rider laws, plus motorcycle events, daily news, and political fire. Tune in Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central on YouTube, Facebook, X, and all podcast platforms. Subscribe now for your daily dose of grit, guts, and the open road. The Motorcycle Madhouse Show, where bikers rule and the truth rolls hard. Rock on.